Hey everybody, Limless here. Now I've got a serious question. SHTF related, of course. Fucking goes without saying with me. How come every time I see a video about, somebody's got their fucking survival preparations, this is all they have for medical supplies. This is a little tiny, $15, nothing special about it, first aid kit. I mean, you can tell it's relatively small. Even though I have added a thing or two to it, but still yet, if that's all I had, I would be fucked if I got shot, or if somebody in my group got shot, or if somebody got a big huge fucking gash on their arm, or a laceration, or what have you. If that's all I had, I would be fucked. I mean, if it's past, oh, I fell down and I got a little tiny nick on my fucking knee or something. Because that's all that's really good for. That's just something to think about, You got all this food, you got a bunch of guns, or maybe you have a few guns, but you believe they're adequate. There's nothing wrong with just having a couple. But anyways, you got a decent ammo stash. You got a nice water stash, but you barely have any medical supplies? Like, what the fuck, man? Come on now. I mean, guns are cool, and food preparations, all that's cool. But you need some medical supplies, because if you get fucking hurt, you're gonna die. And then, ammo ain't gonna cure a fucking a big laceration on your arm that is now infected and has fucking pus oozing out of it. Rubbing all those beans and rice on it ain't gonna make it go away either. You need some like triple antibiotic ointment. You need a bunch of bandages. You need stuff for most first aid kits don't even come with stuff for sore throats and coughing and shit. That's why I also did this. I got NyQuil. That's not Allegra. I reused the bottle. That's Aleve, and I got 2 small bags of Halls. And then I went out and I bought some more first aid kits, and I have beefed these two up. I've put liquid Band-Aid in there. I have put probably 100 to 200 extra cloth bandages in there. I have put more gloves in there. I have put medical tape. Besides the little tiny piece of shit roll that they already supply you with. I've put iodine in there. I had those two. These are metal. I had these two supplied to me. Somebody just gave these to me. Fuck yeah! Even though that all the stuff in there is junky and it's not the best, but it will get you through to the next day. Fuck! I took it right off the guy's hands. And then after that, I went out and I bought a bunch of medical supplies and tossed in there. Same shit that I did with these two. These are way better than this and this, but they're better than what they were when I bought them or I fucking had somebody just give them to me. Another thing people underlook is alcohol swabs, or antiseptic fucking wipes, whatever you want to call these things, alcohol wipes. I have a bunch of these boxes, but I'm only gonna throw one out here for the sake of me having to go dig around every fucking room in the house. You're gonna need that shit. I mean, that I believe that box right there probably cost me probably $3, and that's 200, and I bought a bunch of them. It's cheap. I don't know why people don't get this stuff. It is absolutely dirt cheap. Why aren't you people getting this? These Johnson & Johnson all-purpose first aid kits, those, you can get that at Walmart for like fucking $8 or $9. Sure, it doesn't have a lot in there, but you can go around the rest of the little aisle and pick up some extra bandages, some alcohol wipes. I've also got bottles of Aleve in there for headaches, because they only supply you with 2 tablets of fucking Tylenol. Could you imagine having a fucking migraine when you're out in the middle of the woods? I mean, let's just say you're susceptible to fucking migraines all the time. Well, I mean, I am, so I wouldn't want to be out in the fucking woods having a goddamn migraine and I don't have anything to at least, tone it down to a really shitty headache. So all of my kits have been standardized with all the stuff I've named off. Oh, another thing. People will only have like one bottle of alcohol, and then they get the shitty watered down stuff. It's 50% or whatever. That's 91%. I have probably 3 or 4 bottles of that. And then hydrogen peroxide. It's like they don't have it, or they only have like half of a fucking bottle. I probably have the same amount of bottles as that as I do alcohol. And then people, I guess people think that, you know, you're never going to break anything. Well, what happens when you break your fucking finger? How are you going to be able to shoot people if you break your trigger finger? Well, you know, it's going to suck. I guess you could slide one of these finger splints on and hope for the fucking best. That's better than having a finger bent the wrong fucking way and it heals crooked. You know, you guys just need to get a couple things here and there. Like this. I bought this at Sam's. That's a lot of Band-Aids. You could probably piss through that relatively quickly in a grid down scenario, but I mean, you know, I got like 2 of these. It was like $8. Probably less than that. Probably between $5 and $8. That's not even expensive. And then another thing I don't ever, hardly ever fucking see people have. Gloves. Why don't you people have gloves? I wouldn't want somebody putting their dirty fucking fingers into my, you know, my gunshot wound in my leg or my arm or whatever, and they're trying to pry the bullet out. You know, let's just say we don't have any fucking pliers or any of those medical instruments to extract a bullet. I mean, you're going to either use your knife or your fucking fingers. Could you imagine somebody having dirt underneath their fingernails, cramming it in there, trying to pull the buckshot out of your leg? That would fucking suck. First aid cloth tape. This is like $2 fucking a roll. Go buy some of this. You will not regret it, you know. Also in these kits, I just remembered, I have big pads of gauze strips, but they're also quick clot. So if you get a gunshot wound, you're going to slap that on your arm. So there's a lot of veins in here. Gets shot here, it gets tore up. You slap that a quick clot on there, and then you wrap the fucking tape around it. Well, that's better than putting like 10 fucking Band-Aids and they're not doing anything. They're falling off because they're so soaked and saturated in your blood. These are very, very cheap things to go out and get. I mean, even all this together, that's probably only maybe, I would say, I mean, you know, these 2 are free, of course. But, you know, all this shit right here, it's probably less than $150. And, you know, if you take $20 every week and you go out and you buy, you know, a handful of these items, you will be up to par in about a month. Maybe a month and a half, maybe 2 months at the most. Just, you know, get an adequate amount of medical supplies. Thanks for watching.